a few flyers, passing out vacation Bible school stuff so much that we keep saying flyers all the time. So, but I got some handouts for us this morning. We're going to be in Genesis chapter number 40 today, and I'm not ashamed to say that when I am called upon sometimes to teach, that my fallback is the life of Joseph. So that's my fallback. I've taught through his life several times, and it's either that or the book of James. And so I've done James for a college class, I've done James for a Sunday school class, and I think I preached through James, and I had to memorize a big portion of James in college, so I feel like that's a good one for me too. Today we'll be in Genesis chapter number 40, kind of like I said, my fallback, the life of Joseph. I love the life of Joseph. It's just so simple and practical, and he's also one of those guys that Luke went through a whole entire series on typology, not a series, but that was one of the things that he touched on in biblical interpretation. And he was speaking on types, and really a type in the Bible, and Luke mentioned this, but a real, true, bona fide type in the Bible is something that is mentioned in the Old Testament, but it is also reiterated as a type in the New Testament. So that's kind of one of those deals. Joseph is one of the rare exceptions. Joseph is never mentioned in the New Testament as a type of Christ. But for us to not say that he is a type of Christ, I would almost feel wrong. There are so many similarities in the life of Joseph and the life of Jesus that it is really uncanny to see. So all these differences, all these comparisons, really is awesome. But today we're going to be in the life of Joseph. We're going to be in the section of his life when he is put into prison. And just to catch us all up to speed real quick, is that Joseph was the son of Jacob, one of the 12 sons of Jacob. He was the favorite son of Jacob because he was of the favorite wife of Jacob and Rachel. And we're not going to sit here and judge whether that's right or wrong or not. We're not here to talk about partiality. We understand that's probably not the best decision. It turned out not to be good for him. His brothers hated him. Huh?
He did get tricked.
Yes, he did get tricked. Yes, by his own sons. And his brothers ended up hating him for this. He got the coat of many colors. At 17, he was sent to go check on his brothers who had been gone longer than they should have been. And upon checking upon them, they first wanted to kill him, but Reuben said no, put him in this prison and this hole. Reuben goes off to do his own thing, something, we don't know what. When he comes back, Joseph's gone. The reason is because he's been sold into slavery by his other brothers. And he goes down to Egypt, right? And just as he prospered in his father's house, he prospers in Egypt. He's a man of God. The Lord is with him. And the Bible says he's there for years, literal years. Works his way up the chain of command of servants, ends up in Potiphar's house, and we know what happens there. Potiphar's wife lays eyes on him and wants to lie with him. This causes he doesn't do it, and she gets mad, falsely accuses him. He ends up going to prison. And this is where he's at now. He's been falsely accused, and now he's maybe waiting trial. We don't really know why he's there. We don't really know how long he's going to be there. Nobody knows. Joseph doesn't even know. He just knows that he's there. And so as he's there, though, today I want to cover this aspect and really piggybacking even off of what Joseph taught on Wednesday night. One huge aspect of trials is patience. it has been said that if you pray for patience, you're praying for trials, right? So be careful what you pray for. Because God's method of bringing patience into our life is through the trials of life. And if patience does not come, then oftentimes other attitudes begin to creep up, like sarcasm, cynicism, bitterness, disillusion, and anger. So we have to be careful. Where are we going to go with these things? Whenever we do not come out on the other side of the trial with patience, then I believe we're like the man that's found in Luke 11:26. The Bible says of this man that he goeth and he taketh with him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. So be careful. Whenever a trial comes, you really need to be asking the Lord for patience during that time, endurance to go through it. If we're not better, we'll be bitter. You know, I'm kind of giving you a lot of cliche statements about patience, right? Be better, not bitter, in the trial, and that can be difficult. I'm not trying to say this is not difficult. This is difficult. This is something that's hard to do. But we do have an excellent example of patience in our Bibles in James chapter 5 and verse number 11. That's the example of Job. Behold, we count them happy which endure. You have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. So, in your trial and your patience, you're being patient because you know God is pitiful. God is merciful. God will see you through to the end like He did for Job. Job had an end that was good for him. But the type of patience I want to look at tonight concerns the life of Joseph, Job, and Jesus tonight. I don't know why I said tonight. To be patient means to endure. That's what it means. You ought to write that down. To be patient, we learned this on Wednesday, but some of this is a little review. But to be patient means to be endured. It means to endure. Have endurance. I do have some handouts if you didn't get one. Maybe Wayne or Luke has one where they're all at. So I got one. That's good. It means to endure. Endurance. I think of running a race, right? Running a race. I on occasion enjoy running, and I always am so tired when I first start to run. You know what I mean? When I first start to run, I always am so tired. I feel like quitting within the first 200 yards or whatever it is. I'm so tired. But as I go and I learn to control my breathing and just kind of, move a little slower or however my steps make, I learn that it's endurance, just staying with the course, staying with it. To be patient and endure is difficult, especially when we have done nothing wrong. That's really hard. You say, Lord, I've done nothing wrong. Now, we know we all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. That's obvious. And we all are sinners, and we do not deserve anything. But it is difficult to handle a trial when you know that in your heart there is no unconfessed sin. You know you're living the best you can for the Lord, and yet these still matters come upon you. But we're